49ers, they've been outcoached once more. This season, our four losses, mainly it is because we are being outcoached. Now, the three first losses against the Bears, Broncos, and Atlanta, it is harder to understand because you are going against coaches that they have less experience than your own coach. They don't have that proof record as our head coach does. Now that doesn't mean that they are bad coaches. Absolutely not. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying that Kyle Shanahan has more experience than these other coaches. This past Sunday was different because Andy Reid is been for more than 20 years as a head coach in the NFL. He has ton of experience, one of the best in the history of the NFL. And you saw how he dissected completely our defense this past Sunday. Now, some key statistics talking about the impact of Kyle Shanahan as our head coach. Trailing for more than 3 points starting the fourth quarter, the 49ers, we are 1 in 29. One win, 29 losses. How you can explain that being an offensive mastermind as Kyle Shanahan is? Our offense has never cracked the top three positions as a scoring offense or as a total yard offense since Kyle Shanahan is our head coach. One more, Kyle Shanahan still not a 500 coach. All those statistics, you start putting together, and everybody's talking about how of a guru or a genius Kyle Shanahan is regarding the offense, and we haven't produced as an offensive team. Our defense is being solid since we were with Robert Sala, now with D'Amico Ryans. Nonetheless, D'Amico Ryans needs to have more experience in the NFL. And we saw this past Sunday where Andy Reid dissected completely our defense, and at some points it felt hopeless there. Patrick Mahomes, excellent game. He's one of the best in the NFL. There's no doubt about it. But so many mistakes in our offense. There were some players that they have a terrible game. That doesn't mean that they're terrible players, but they had a terrible game. One, Nick Bosa, you saw so many times he felt lost. He didn't knew where the ball was, and it just passed through him. The defense, it had a lot of problems with the Kansas City Chiefs. Understandable. In the previous game, it's not understandable. Period. Now, going back with Kyle Shanahan, if you see that your offense is not at their best in the fourth quarter, trailing, well, at least one of the things that you can do is to plan, not to be behind, and try to score as many points possible the first three quarters. Now, is that is obviously is more easy to say than done, but at least you have to plan for that, and you need to create the system to score more points during the games. It's not possible that we are just one win and 21 losses trailing in the fourth quarter for more than 3 points. Like I said before, go and see that video. I'm talking about the Shanahan effect and how their offense is just a mere sequence of plays. But once that you start breaking up those sequence of plays, there is no progression, there is no adjustment. It is everything, it is very mechanical at the moment of coaching or calling the plays. So that is one of the main reasons, probably, why we are 1 in 29 trading at the fourth quarter for more than 3 points. There's no process of adjustment at the end of the game for Kyle Shanahan. One of the biggest critiques that we can make is that we saw it in him as a offensive coordinator in Atlanta. Many people, they think that they choke at the end of the game. That's why Atlanta lost the game. We saw it again in the Super Bowl against the Chiefs. We were winning for 10 points in the fourth quarter. We could not adjust the game and we lost the game. So, is it about the execution of the players or the coaching staff? And with all the talent that we have, one of the best rosters in the NFL, I tend to incline that it is more about the coaching than the execution of the plays. This past Sunday, clear example, we couldn't compete against Kansas City. They just destroy us in the field. We got out coach. Some of our players, they didn't have their best performance, and we knew we're coming to this game that we need to have a solid game, all in all, through all the positions, starting from our offense, end up with our defense. Absolutely needed to be a cleaner game. Penalties, turnovers, again, you cannot win. Absolutely, you cannot win against a team like the Kansas City Chiefs if you commit that amount of errors. So at the end, we lost. That is the statistic that the important, most important. Absolutely, there is no doubt. Christian McCaffrey, great debut with 49ers. Again, some other players, George Kittle, lights out. Brandon Ayuk, lights out. Jeff Wilson Jr. doing a great job back there. But there were other players that just they didn't perform. Mike McGlinchey, Jimmy G, some of our offensive line, they didn't perform at their best. Defensive line, Bosa, Talanoa Hufanga, even if he got the interception, he misread a couple of plays. He took bad angles at the moment of tackling. So it was not the best performance that we could expect from the 49ers. Let me know what you think. And like always, see you in the next one.